Welcome back to another episode of Design Cafe. In this week's episode, we're going to be working on one of your spaces. That's right, one of your spaces. I've been telling you guys to submit your spaces, so that I can give you some free consultation on your spaces. This one subscriber went ahead and she took what I was given, and I am going to now review her space and show her what she needs to do to either make her space look better, or maybe her space already look good. We don't know, but you will find out right now. Let's go. Okay guys, let's get into it. So this is the space that I received. First of all, let me say a big thank you. Thank you for trusting me in giving you advice on your space. And thank you for sending in your space so that we can all review it. We can all take a look. I think there's a lot of things here that other people can learn from. I know some of you would look at this space and say, girl, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Well, the first set of pictures, the first picture that I did see, I was like, oh, very nice space. So we're going to talk about the space. Sometimes you just overview, like you just scan over a space and be like, oh, nice. But if you sit and you really look at that space, then you'll start to see the things that, you know, maybe could be better. Okay, so the first thing I want to say is that this structure of this home seems to be, from the pictures that I have, it seems to be very nice, and I think I know this layout somewhat. I've worked on a home that has this layout before, so my mind is can kind of travel through the space a little bit better. That's why I asked you for sorry about that. That's why I asked for, sometimes I will ask you for another shot from a different angle, or sometimes I will probably just ask you for a video. Okay, so let's get into what I really like about this space, or what I'm thinking about it. What I am seeing here is that you're trying to create a very contemporary space. You want it to be comfy and luxe, but there are some things where you're kind of going overboard, or there's some other things that you need to just tweak a little bit that will make the space better. The first thing that I see and I'm enjoying are the way you hung your curtains. You found a different way to hang, not a different way, but an uncommon way. Let's use that word. It's a very uncommon way to hang the curtains like that. And let me bring it down into frame. Can you guys see it? Let me tilt up. I'm trying to find the best way to do these videos. There we go. So now you guys are seeing how she hung the curtains. So the way the curtains were hung, let's bring it up. The way the curtains were hung, as you can see, they are on the two small rods, two separate small rods. Okay, and as you guys know, that you can get these, like I currently have these rods up in my bedroom right now, and you can definitely get these off of Amazon. They're not that expensive, and it's a good way to start to create this elegance in your space and start to elevate your space. Now, the only thing I will say about the curtains is that you should not, when you hang curtains, you should not see the end of your window frame. Okay, so this is the end of the window frame that we're seeing right here, and you should not be able to see that. This, you could have gotten you could have gotten more out of this look that you're going for if you had opened up this to make your window seem even bigger. So then this one right here, you should have pushed it over as close to this part of the wall as you could to make that side look bigger, and you could have taken this one over. We always try to aim for at least 3 to 2 inches in your space. I know you don't want it up against the fireplace, so what you should have done is pull it over probably about inch and a half, so that you will at least cover the window frame. When that window frame is showing, it's taken away from the elegant look that you could have gotten out of the curtains. Okay, so on both sides, of course, you're going to want to be equal on both sides, since you seem to be a very symmetrical person. You like to see things very symmetrical. So I would definitely say make sure on both sides it was the same. It looked like you kind of did it on this side, but on this side we can definitely see this. Now if you stand over in this corner, like about right here, and you can look and see the side of the window frame, then this one definitely needed to be open more. You always want your windows to look bigger, guys. Okay, always want your windows to look bigger. The next thing I would say, I like the idea that you have this tree right here in the window, by the window. It helps to, if that is a full tree, and I'm thinking that it is, that helps to make the tree look as real as possible. You're putting it by a window because you want it to get sunlight, even though it's not a real tree. Okay, so that's okay, since I'm zoomed in, the next thing I want us to look at is, to me, one of the biggest problem areas in this space is right here. Okay, let me see if I can mark it. This is your problem area right here. Okay, when in this visual. Now, I'm going to give you some ideas throughout this entire video that is either budget friendly or even second options where you could probably do a purchase. Okay, now here's what's wrong with here. You have a beautiful fireplace. This fireplace, the stone on the fireplace is very modern. You have this beautiful wood mantle. The color is very modern and contemporary. And then you hide all of that by putting all of these things around it. Okay? All of this. Like I said, I noticed that you're very asymmetrical. So you feel as though you're sorry, I said asymmetrical. I'm sorry. You're very symmetrical. So you want to see, if you put something on this side, you feel you need to repeat it on that side. Let's not do that when it comes to the stuff that you're actually using, okay? So here's what I would say. These tables, especially this table, needs to go. I see that you're using this one to hold your, I think that's a PS5, and that's the purpose you have this here. But if you want to do it here, let's try to, I'm going to show you what you can put here when we move on, which is this table that you have right over here. But if we're going to do a table, let's do one table. Take this one away. Okay? Then I'm thinking this is the wrong table because it looks like it's a bit either the same depth as the fireplace or a little deeper than the fireplace. This PS5 do not need something this big, and this looks like, I guess, a cake stand or whatever. So you need to clean this up. Hair looks very over decorated is the word I'm looking for. Now, if you want to keep these, you can keep these, but you need to get rid of these. You need to declutter this whole space right here. Stuff like this can start to make you feel like something is wrong with my space. I don't know what it is. And you're thinking it's probably just one item or whatever. But all of this is going to not make your space look what you're trying to get from the space. So I would say to definitely clean this up. You have too many things going on here. This table is too much stuff. Let's repurpose this table somewhere else. Okay, so definitely get rid of some of these stuff from here. Of course you're gonna need some kind of storage. I keep saying all the time, when you guys buy furniture, try to buy furniture that also have storage. Okay, so some of these stuff, when they're not in use, they could have been in storage. But definitely the big issue that I'm seeing here at the fireplace is that you want to be very symmetrical, and it's forcing, because you're a symmetrical person. Your brain is forcing you to feel whatever you do over here, you have to repeat it over here. But it's creating too much cluster in this small area, and it's hiding the beauty and the elegance that you can get from your fireplace. The size of your TV, I don't see anything wrong with that. That is perfect. So kudos to that. You did good with that, the size of the TV, and not have it hanging over your mantle. Okay, so if you remove a lot of this stuff from here, if you have a different table that you can use to put your PS5 on, then do that. If not, then only do one. Don't do two. But then you can probably keep the flowers but remove the candles. And this, I'm not sure what this is. If there's somewhere that you can hide this, either down here on the floor or something, then let's try and do that as well. Okay? Now, I think, so what I was thinking is, you have this beautiful cocktail table right here, but I'm gonna give you another idea for this table. I was thinking, if this is high enough, we probably could put it here, or if you could find a smaller cocktail table that is tall enough that you can put here, that would hold the PS5 on top of it. But whatever goes here needs to be very transparent. Like, you don't want to see that it's there. You don't want it to be taking up too much space or none of that. You want something that's very slender. If it don't have any color, that would be perfect. But if it does, let it blend in. So it can blend in by being acrylic. It can blend in by being even white. So it would not, it's not standing out. It doesn't have any, no metals or nothing on it, but it's too much going on over here. Okay? So let's move on to the next picture. Okay, here is the next picture. Now, this was the first picture that I did see, and when I saw this picture, I was like, ooh, missing opportunity right here. Missing opportunity on this wall. You're looking to feel, you want your space, you feel, okay, this is what she's saying, that she felt like her space was is missing something. She's not sure what it is, but she want the space to feel different. Now, I feel like you're having a missing opportunity right here on this wall. Not to clutter the wall, but maybe you could have, if you can, add some kind of painting on that wall, a big piece, so that you wouldn't add too much. But if you can add like a really big piece of art here, or maybe if it's in the budget, you can put some molding on this wall right here. But you have a missing opportunity right here. This space, definitely in this room, you do not want to add any more furniture. Do not add any more furniture pieces. What we need you to do is take some away. Okay? So we can definitely do something on this wall. So we can definitely add a picture light right here. Okay? And put a nice big art here, a very contemporary art that doesn't have a lot going on, is what you would want to put here on that wall. Okay? Because it looks very empty, and your design style is not minimalistic. If it was minimalistic, I may have said, okay, that's working, it's fine, but your design style is not minimalistic. Okay? The next thing we can look at is when I turn to the last image that we're looking at, we're gonna see why this needs to move from here. I'm thinking you have it here because you're trying to keep this rug down, but we can use rug tape, okay, to do that. Or like, yeah, that's the only reason I'm thinking it's there for. And by the way, your floors are beautiful. So I think you need to play off the floor, and I think that's what you're doing. The colorways and stuff that you're going is really working really well with the flooring, so you have very beautiful floors. So always keep your floors in mind when you're purchasing anything that has wood, okay? And it looked like you have been doing that from the coffee table selection that you made. What I would say with this table right here is definitely move it from here. It's making you look like you have too much furniture going on, okay? And the next reason I say that is because your coffee table, let's go back to the other image. Your coffee table, the scale of your coffee table is a little bit too small for the space, okay? And it's because you're using a round one. You can't go too much bigger with a round one, but you could if it was rectangular or square. So to kind of fill up this space and not making a coffee table feel like it's just out here on an island on its own, I would say take this table, put it next to the coffee table where part of this is hanging over the coffee table, to start to make them a group. So you created a group with it, and you have that high and low. It's really going to add this really nice elegance right here. And then of course the way that you style it as well. Okay, now the next thing, from looking at the first thing, one of the first things I also saw and I forgot to mention when I had this, is that you have too much faux going on. Okay, you have a faux plant in this corner over here, this one at the window. You have these faux plants. You have, can you guys see this one? Let me make it a smaller, sorry. There we go. You have a faux going on here. You have faux going on here at the fireplace. You have faux going on here, and then you have faux going on here. It's too much. That can also make the space feel very cluttered. Okay? So some of this has to go. That's what I was telling you, like it's too much going on. Some of it has to go. I would say to take away this one and take away this one right here, and we can relocate this one somewhere else if you're going to keep these two at the fireplace. Now if you remove these two from the fireplace, then you can just take away this one. Okay, too much faux is going to make your space feel very cheap. Okay, so back to this view. Now in this view we have the sofa that is in this space is let's go back here. No, so she used a brown sofa, which is fine, and I think the brown works and it looks really good. This sofa is really chunky. It's a very modern looking sofa. It's very chunky, and she's saying they spend a lot of time in this room. Okay, so because of that, I would say, I'm trying to blow, let me blow the sofa up. Let me blow it up so I can get to the sofa. There we go. Okay. Now what I would say with a few things I saw with the sofa, whatever this pillow right here is, this one, let's mark it. Whatever this pillow is throwing me off every time I look at this, okay? This particular one. Then your throws. You have too many throws on the sofa. You have a throw here. You have a green one over here. They don't even like go with each other. Like so you have this green one here. You have one here. And then there's also another one over on the other corner. Let's see if we can find, okay. Can we find it? Is it here? Oh, it's only 2. Sorry about that. So you have this green. Oh, that's why I saw 3. Because there's one here. There's one here. And there's one here. Okay, I'm not sure. I know when I used to do this is because I was trying to conceal something from maybe there was a stain there that I needed to clean and I wasn't ready to clean it yet or something. But there's too much throws going on. I would say remove this one and keep this one over here. Or if you want to put this one over here, fine. But keep a throw here and take this one away. And if anything, put it probably over the arm on this side. It's too much happening in this one little area right here, visually. Okay. So back to this. So that's the thing. That's what I would say in terms of styling the sofa and cleaning up that space. Okay. Also, what you have one style happening here, and let me blow this up and then let's go. I know we're not doing this corner over here in the dock but this is when I was looking at this picture, my eyes automatically went over here. This is a whole different style you got going on over. This looks very vintage. It looks very Victorian, like you're going into Victorian. That's how it's coming across when I'm looking at it. It looks very eclectic. It's different from what you got going on in your living room, and they are at the same visual. So I think you also, this artwork needs to change. It looks like it has pink and stuff in it. That's not working what you have going on in your living room. That can also make you feel as though something is wrong with your space. Okay, change out the floor arrangement here and probably clean it up in terms of removing some of the decor from it, and it will start to work with your whole space. Anything that is visually, you can visually see from one space to the next, you want them to have some kind of connection. So make a connection with that. Okay, this is the picture that I had asked for, standing from the opposite wall, because I wanted to see what was going on behind the family room. And I was correct. It is the kitchen. Now, look at this beauty that she has going on here. She did very well right here. I love how you went different in terms of adding the artwork. So that was good. I like that. The only thing I would say is they're a little too small and a little too high. Okay, because they're so small, you probably would have want to bring them down. Now always think on artwork like you want it to be, if you're doing eye level, this at center they should be 5'6". I don't know if you have them this high because the kids or whatever, but they're a little too high. You don't want to, you can use the top of your window. See, on the top of your window, don't let them pass the top of your window. They can be the same as the top of your window, but do not pass the top of your window. Okay? So, if, again, we're dealing with the visual, because when you're in the family room, living room, you can see this area. And this area is really enhancing what is supposed to be going on over in the living room. Okay? Now, the next big thing I was talk about is this rug. You know I was going to hit on that rug. The rug is too small for the space. You need a bigger rug. When you extend your chairs, just extend your chair the way it will be extended, the chair should still be sitting on the rug. So you can extend your chair out this way, like how this one is. Do the same to this one, do the same to this one, and do the same to that one, and then measure, and that will tell you, give you an estimate of what size rug you need. Okay, but you did really good in terms of the color. You have your accent wall going on. You have the curtains are not high off the thing. You went as high as you could with the curtains. So you did an amazing job in terms of your selection over here. The type of furniture that you select to put here, really good. Okay, you just need to change the rug. And I'm assuming these chairs are here because you don't have anywhere else to put them. But if you do, then of course I would say to remove those. Okay, the other thing I would say visually, again, I'm just throwing in my 2 cents here, is this up here, too much going on. Too much. I would say to remove all of this from up here. And if you want to put something up here, let it be 1 or 2 things. You can take this stuff right here and put it here. And that's it. But to have knickknacks here, it's kind of cheapening the look of your space. And again, you have a beautiful space. This is a beautiful, beautiful home, okay? And I think that the direction that you're going with it is really, really good, okay? Now, look at the beauty, guys, of this coffee table that she selected to go in here. It looked like it's I don't think that's marble, but it is a stone top, right? And this is beautiful. So just imagine when she takes this piece and put it right next to it, how amazing it's going to look. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is this rug. Okay? So I agree with your family. This is the wrong rug for the space. I've been looking at the rug, and the rug looks like it is an outdoor rug. Oops, I went too small this time. So the rug looks like it's an outdoor rug. Okay, let's see if I can get a better, I think this one is going to give us a better view of the rug. There we go. The style of the rug, the type of rug is not the right rug for this space. You can see from this view how the rug is competing with this chair. It is competing. They're having a battle, and I think your chair is going to win because the rug is starting to crumble. You see the end of it is starting to roll up. This is too busy. You say you guys use this a lot. To have this type of rug, it's not comfortable. I'm pretty sure that's one of the things they're complaining about, that it's not comfortable. Also, the rug has too much going on. You already have a lot going on here. You have a lot of pieces of furniture, and also, like I forgot to mention, these are some really nice chairs that you have. So I would not hang your I would not drape your throw like this, but these are very elegant chairs, these 2 white chairs. So I would say to let it hang off of the side, or one of the sides, and that's it. But to do it like this, don't do it. You're starting to make the chairs look like they're not as rich looking as they are, okay? But let's go back to the rug. I would say to choose a more discreet looking pattern, or no pattern per se at all. Like, just imagine a pattern that has this striae, like how this straw is on this rug right here. I would say to find a rug that's more simple in style, because you have a lot of big furniture. So the rug needs to ground your furniture. It does not need to compete with the furniture. Okay, the rug should not be your center point. Right now you have too many focal points in this one space. So definitely, yes, I agree, the rug is the wrong rug. I think you can go with a bigger rug as well. You want these to be sitting on the rug, so you can bring a bigger rug in here. So I think the length of the rug, yeah, you can go a little bigger too with the length. I don't know if the end of this brown sofa is sitting on the rug, but if it's not, definitely you can come this way a little bit more with the rug. And you want a rug that is heavy. Because of the traffic here, because you have the kids, you want something that is heavy, that's going to sit on the floor, that will not start to give you those dog ears on the end where they are rolling up. Okay? So yes, go with a bigger rug. You can stick with this type of a color. You can go with like this color, a brighter color. If you look like on Ruggable have some good rugs. If you're concerned that it may get dirty, those you can wash, or you can take to wash, and because they can wash, then definitely they would be easier for you to clean. So look at that as well. I would say definitely do not. I did a video on rugs before. So definitely you want to stay away from like the wool rugs. Those are going to be very hard to clean. The synthetic rugs are going to be much easier to clean. So definitely you need a bigger rug. So this rug, if this rug look like it's by like a it looked like it's like a 10 by 12 or something like that, I would say go a 10 by 9. Whatever size this rug is, I need you to go bigger when you select your new rug. And I would say to stay very neutral and light in color. Okay, so yeah, so that is my take on this space. I think you have a beautiful home. I think you have a beautiful home, and I think you have been doing a great job in your selections. I just think that you're feeling the way you're feeling because you need some more placement. Okay, you need like just a little tip of don't do this and don't do that. You do also have more choices. If you feel like something needs to be here, you can put the 2 white chairs on this side as well. But yeah, do not add any more furniture. No more furniture to the spaces at all. No more furniture. This is a lot you have going on here. I need you to relocate this to the coffee table. I need you to tidy up here in terms of removing some of your decor from here. It's too much decor. If you can work on this space back here, if you have another artwork that you can hang here, take this artwork out. Take the pink flowers out. The pink is not working with this. This look like a completely different backdrop over here. Okay, it's like is this the same space? That's what it looks like. Okay, yeah, so clean this up. If you have an art that you can add here, a very large art, you want her to be large and a really nice picture light over it. That's gonna look amazing. Even if you want to do a nice tall mirror right here, that will be amazing as well. Okay, so yeah. Okay guys, was that hard? That was not hard at all. She has a great space, and I want to say thank you so much for allowing me to review your space for you. I hope that you have gained a lot more knowledge and tips, and I hope that you guys picked up on some different things as well. Comment down below if your space is like this. Comment down below if anything that I said resonates with you, and if you're going to make any changes in your space. So go ahead and leave your comments down below. Tell me how you thought this review was. Tell me if you wish I would do it a little bit different and what that difference is. Do not tell me you have a problem and don't give me a solution to that problem. Okay? So comment down below. Let's chat it up. What are your thoughts? If you saw something that maybe I didn't speak about, maybe I didn't think it was as important and I didn't speak about it, say it. Let's talk it up down in the comments. Okay, so I'm looking for your comments down below, and I'm also looking for you to go ahead and share this content. Let other people know that we have stuff going on over here on Design Cafe, and they need to come and be a part of it. They need to come and get some of this free knowledge. I don't think that everything has to be paid for. There's certain things that we can give back, and this is what I want to give back. I love teaching about the little bit that I know about design. I don't know everything, and I always say that. So the little bit that I know, the little tips and tricks that makes my space feel luxe, feel put together, feel designed, I like to share those little things with you. Okay, so on that note, guys, I will see you guys next week on the next Design Cafe, and I'm hoping that I'll be reviewing your space. Always remember, never let your budget dictate your style, but create a space that you love. Design for life.